complains to her mom, and suddenly this whole story involving the grandma comes out, right?
That's correct.
What are you doing to find this guy?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
What are you doing tonight to find this monster?
Well, at this point, we've reached out to the media. We're under the understanding that he has left the state, and we're hoping that your national viewing audience is able to either, one, see him and bring him to justice, or that he sees it and turns himself into local authorities.
Take a look at that face. They're looking for him tonight. This alleged child predator, Johnny Griffin, is on the run, trying to elude a dragnet. Cops fear he will hurt more children. Now, watch this carefully. He's driving a two-tone blue pickup truck with chrome rims and a black cover over the bed of the truck. There is a $26,000 reward. If you see this truck or this man, please call 989-759-1288. Michelle Sagona, you've got new information. What is it?
I spoke with Angela Blackwell's neighbor, Mr. Burke, and what he told me is, quote, she had more traffic than Times Square running in and out of that home. And he says that Angela actually lived in the duplex where he lives for about the past year. And there was a lot of activity in and out of the house, and he never really put the pieces together before. He also says that he used to give Angela rides to places. She would often come knocking on his door and ask if she and her grandkids, if they could hitch a ride somewhere because she did not have a vehicle. He also says that she is on welfare, and so a lot of that money, food stamps and whatnot, were actually brought to the store, and she was supported, by the government in her area. In addition, I spoke with the clerk of the court, and I asked about her criminal history, and I do know in 2003 and also 2 times in 2009 she has misdemeanors in district court. And as far as Griffin goes, back in 1990, he has a conviction for delivery of narcotics, cocaine specifically. Also, June 15th of 1990, possession of narcotics under $25,000. And September 17th, 1999, he also has a possession of narcotics charge against him.
Oh, well, you bring me to my big issue tonight, family secrets. I heard this story, and I'm sure, as with the rest of my panel, it completely nauseated me. But an official at the Sexual Assault Center for this particular county's Child and Family Services says, quote, it always seems that we portray sexual abuse as being a stranger against a child, but it's typically by someone the child knows, loves, and trusts. Sex crimes prosecutor Stacey Honowitz, does in fact most sexual abuse occur or get facilitated by somebody within the victim's family?
God, absolutely, Jane. That's 100% correct. And I'm just grateful that this one girl was smart enough to tell her mother to get the ball rolling. And you mentioned at the top of the show about the book that I authored. And all I want to say is I wrote that book called My Privates Are Private because so many of these kids never tell. And the book tells them, don't be afraid. If somebody touches you in a bad way, tell. And in this case, if that little girl had not opened her mouth, who knows how long this predator ring would have gone on, because the actual victim, who was trafficked into having sex with him, never said anything for the 6 months. And it is true. Most of the cases happen within the family. There are the secrets, and things never come out until something like this happens.
Is it true, Detective Sergeant Ditu, that the mother says that she knew nothing about this? Because I kind of, question how it is that you could drop your daughter at Grandma's house every weekend, and Grandma is doing allegedly cocaine, and the daughter has no idea. As a recovering alcoholic myself, you could start to tell when somebody is cooked up on drugs.
Well, I think that, through the forensic interviews that we did, Mom did say that she wasn't aware of this, but I think as she looked back, she said she did see she now senses that there were some signs that maybe she should have seen.
What signs? Like maybe Grandma's completely out of it and walking around and taking the child, in a truck somewhere with no explanation?
In her mind, why Grandma's always requesting granddaughter on the weekends, why Johnny's always involved in this, and things like that.
Oh, so the daughter, in other words, the mother of this victim, knows this suspect, this Johnny Griffin.
Mr. Griffin, it's told to us that he is a friend of the family.
Yeah,
and that
some
he's
friend.
been involved in their family for several years.
John Lusich, isn't this the way it always is? It's always kind of the uncle type, the quote-unquote, I'm the friendly little uncle down the road that is, you know, the one who always brings the ice cream and the toys. Take it away.
Absolutely. It's the people who take that relationship that's already been built and they build upon that to confuse and to entice these little children into from one step to another. It's a full process where they take it from innocent, with knowing what they want to do, right to pure evil.
And this is why I said, go ahead.
Pedophilia, pedophiles are master manipulators. These predators know exactly what they're doing. That's who they're going to find people who are single mothers, who are vulnerable, who want to spend time with children. And if parents aren't aware of the fact that someone is really occupying a lot of their child's time, they better open their eyes, because most of the time, not all the time, there is an ulterior motive to it.
Absolutely. Coming with gifts, watch out. Everybody stay right where you are. We're going to have more on this horrifying, unthinkable crime. Plus, talk about strange bedfellows.